today we are taking interview from Rik Keurentjes, which is already trainer for 20 years and now is talent trainer in Holland. Is right?
Absolutely.
So very shortly, when did you start to play draughts?
I started to play when I was 10 years old via my school. In Holland, school draughts is very important. And I didn't qualify for the second team of my school, and I became so angry that I decided to join the club. And next year, of course, I was on the first board of my school.
Okay, and when did you start competing in tournaments and how was the results?
Well, the first time I started in really the championship of my province, of Gelderland. And by my own surprise, I also qualified for the Dutch champion mini cadets. Well, the first time was really a learning experience, but this next year I managed to get second place in the Dutch mini cadet championship for both blitz and normal games, so that was great fun.
So now about the important part and the interesting part, what does it mean, talent coach in Netherlands?
Well, basically it means that I'm responsible for the education of all youth players from 10 years old until the age of 25 that are in our program, and we have more or less 6 to 10 players in our program, which varies from young players like once a young Roel Boomstra, Jan Groenendijk, until about to Sipma now. Many players with the status are under my responsibility. So
we can tell that because of you now Holland has such strong players as you mentioned, Groenendijk, Boomstra, Samp, Isendorm, and all those many guys which are now beating all our grandmasters.
Well, we've been working together on a system for about 9 or 10 years. I'm the talent trainer, Rob Klerk is the senior coach and Johan Kruijmerink is the technical director. But next to that we have many good trainers like Alex Matthijs and Esther van Muyen, well the list goes on, who have worked together relentlessly in the last 10 years to make this program and to build towards its success. And we're reaping the benefits now with a lot of strong youth players, with men but also with women who are competing at a very high level. So we're very happy with that. So it's a real group effort, and also the players are working very, very hard and very professional.
Yeah, we see it. And maybe you can share some secrets to others. How come you got so many talented players in one time? Usually it's 1, 2, but you now have some 10 in Holland at one time.
Well, there are a few ingredients that we believe in, and one of this is to keep a long-term vision. We have a very small group, that has to be said. We have a very small group that have status in Holland, the youth status of a senior status. And the status is always focused not on medals with youth, but becoming very strong in senior draughts, competing for the world title at seniors. And this is very important for us because we don't need medals at the European Youth Championship or World Youth Championship to get funding from the government. We can focus on results at seniors, so we do that. So it's not so important for us if somebody becomes European champion hopes. We want them to grow up to become elite sportsmen with behavior that's for an elite athlete, and that's most important for us, and that gets us there. So for us it's not so interesting how it goes in the youth phase. We're just building towards the things that are needed to compete at a very high level.
Does it mean that already from youngster ages you are speaking with them like with adults?
Yeah, we are absolutely. We are at when they are very young. In the first few years, we're teaching them how to deal with disappointments, how to behave at tournaments, coaching them, evaluating them. They are not perfect. Dutch guys and Dutch girls are same as other countries. When they're pubescents, they do stuff always. But we're helping them, teaching them what is professional behavior, what things do you need. We're encouraging them to study draughts at home, to do a lot of training, to go to tournaments. Yeah, we're really building that together with other trainers, with our parents, and that's really important for us.
We see also that during the tournament you are acting a bit different like other coaches. You have, I don't know, even during the game you're helping with food. after the games you are psychologist. In the evenings you are analyzing party in the games and you are like one team all the time. Like for example, why during the game you are helping with food? Can they take food with themselves?
Yeah, they can take food with themselves, but it also depends a little bit. It's also part of our ritual. We have a sort of banana culture in draughts, and the players, they also had courses and classes in the Olympic Committee about what kind of food can help and what food doesn't help. So for instance, I give them a banana because it's low glycemic, slow carbs. So after a few hours, they know they can take that. They know they shouldn't drink a lot of cola or eat a lot of chocolate because that doesn't help. It's just one of the small things we are doing. And it's the same exactly with evaluating after a game. I'm not the best player in the world, by far not, but the thing I can do and can help my players with is helping them to close off the game and to prepare for the next one. And that's also more psychology than anything else on the draughts board.
And you already now have 20 years experience as a coach.
Yeah.
We have plenty of coaches in Latvia which are just starting. Can you give some suggestion for them? What to do, how to deal with kids?
Well, I would have a few. First of all is create your own style. That's very important. It's very important to learn from others that you found important when you were growing up, but try to create your own style. Secondly, try to have a holistic approach. It's useless training someone when, for instance, school is not going well or the situation at home is very problematic. Try to look at all these factors from an early age. And third of all, keep a long-term goal. Don't go for medals tomorrow, but go for medals in 10 years. That's really important to create a player that in the long term will also keep on playing after they are juniors, but also can be successful after the juniors.
And how to do it?
To work on things during tournaments or during games that are maybe not focused on having a result today, but learning and experiencing stuff for years to come.
But is it easy to explain to parents? Because parents always want to have a medal now, not in 10 years.
But you have to explain to parents that you're working on the development of a child, probably we're talking about children, that will make them a better person as well, that will make them more wholesome, that will make children develop certain kinds of competences like planning, critical thinking, logical thinking, faster than their classmates and everything. And you have to make them understand what you're doing, that you're creating players on the long term that are better, and that you're not going for easy successes because they will not go anywhere. But this is also for me, not only towards trainers, but also towards, not only towards parents, but also to other trainers, to supporters, to clubs, always something I have to explain. We're not going for short-term results, we're going for the long term. And trust me, if you're going for the long term, then still those players will still get the medals when they're youth. Martijn van IJzendoorn is one of the most successful players ever in the youth championships. He has the most medals, I think, at World Championship Youth. But we're always focusing on becoming world champion with seniors and still working on that.
And the last question, what can you wish to all young draughts players which would like to become grandmasters in the future?
The utmost important thing is to have a passion for something. If you like a game, if you like to play draughts, the most important thing is to enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, then it's really hard to become the best. Secondly, you have to work very hard. Draughts is a sport that you don't have a trainer available all the time. You have to be able, you have to be ready to study books, materials, internet sites to play online for many, many hours a week. If you really want to do it, this is how it was done by guys like Chizhov and Georgiev, but also by guys like Groenendijk, Boomstra and Van IJzendoorn. You have to have discipline also.